Hey guys, welcome to Sarah's Jewelry Studio. So today I'm going to be bringing you a throwback video. So I found this old video that I had saved. I had recorded it and saved it back from March 6th of 2021. So that's almost 2 years ago. But so I went through a whole lot of craziness in that time since then, and I came across this, and it is still a full Bargain Bead Box that I never made anything out of. So I actually found the unboxing video for it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on my channel because I never put that on there. It's called Celtic Inspirations, I believe is the name of it. And you'll see in a second because I'm gonna play my old intro. I recorded it, I just never edited it and put it together. I never put it on my channel. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here now, and then I'm actually gonna make finished jewelry with this box, and then I'll come back on and do a finished jewelry video with it. So even though it's a really old box, and anyone that's probably gotten these materials has, I'm sure, way used them by now, but yeah, so I just thought it would be fun to, you know, do a collection just for old time's sake. So I don't get the Bargain Bead Box anymore, but it was the box that I always did back then. So yeah, so I figured I might as well just go ahead and do another finished jewelry video for it since I still have it sitting here ready to go. So stay tuned, I'm going to start that video now. Hey guys, welcome to Sarah's Jewelry Studio. So today we're going to be doing the unboxing of the March 2021 Bargain Bead Box, and the title of it is Celtic Inspirations. So I'm really excited for this box. It's got lots of pretty greens and some teal beads colors in here, which are really pretty, and lots of silver metal pieces. So I did take a peek through, and it looks like it's actually a lot of metal and not so much beads. So I'm really excited to show you all the different metal components that they have in this one, because I feel like it's more than normal. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's more than normal. So there are 19 items in here for an approximate value of $63. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you what all comes in this box. Alright, so here we go on this unboxing. So number one, we have two pieces of approximately 18 by 13 millimeter green aventurine teardrop pendants. So you can see they're nice shape. They're like a cushion kind of shape. It's not really flat on one side. They're rounded on both sides. So they do have some nice variation to the coloring in there. So those are nice, and they are top drilled up at the top. Actually, that one looks like it's a little off center. Well, but both of them do, so it's okay. It'll work out. Because I'm most likely going to use those for earrings. I can pretty much say that with pretty much a good certainty. Number two, we have 20 pieces of 3 petal bead caps, 7.5 millimeter. So I feel like this is less bead caps than we normally get, but they are bigger, so I like that they're bigger. And they do have a lot of detail on them, so you can see nice little flowers on there. Well, it's called 3 petals, so, but they look like flower petals. Alright, so that was 2. Number 3, we have 4 pieces of 18 by 15 millimeter Celtic knot flat round charms. So there are those. And these are nice. They're thick too. They have some weight to them. So they're double-sided. And they are charms. They only have the one opening on there. Number 4, we have 2 more charms, and these are, now they say they're links. They say they're 2 pieces of 24 by 17 millimeter knotwork charms / links. I guess because you could actually connect into the holes around the charms. So they do only have the one main hole, but then they do have a lot of holes in them, so I guess you could use them as links because you could connect them, you know, to other things as well. Alright, number 5, our first beads here. So we have a 14-inch strand of 6 millimeter green agate round beads. So you can see there, they seem all pretty uniform. There's a couple, like these look a little bit lighter here, these look a little bit darker here, but for the most part they look pretty uniform in color. So it's a nice long strand. So I like that one. Alright, so that was number 5. Number 6, We got lots of shinies here. So number 6 here is a Tempe strand of 13.5mm crystal disco faceted round beads in blue-green. So 13.5mm, so that's pretty big. So you can see like these were 6mm. You can see there, quite the size difference there. So normally I typically use 6 and 8mm beads, and these are pretty large, and you can see they have some really awesome faceting on there. You can see the shine coming off of that. That's really awesome. So they do say disco faceted, so you can see that light effect that they're giving off there. So that is really cool. All right. Number 7, we have some chain here, 1 meter of 5 by 3.5mm textured steel chain. So you can see it has the little grooves in there. So it does make for a fancier look, gives it a little more shine. There is that. Number 8 is spacers, 50 pieces of 5.5mm swirled rope spacer beads. So these, again, have the extra detail in them, give them that extra little bit of shine. So those are fun. All right. Number 9 is 2 pieces of 31 by 27mm Celtic knot donut with loop. So they are only one-sided. You can see there's the back there. It does have the loop on the top and then the loop in the middle there. And again, these do have openings, so you can hang things from the bottoms, even though it doesn't have the little loops from there. You can hang things from in there using jump rings, or, you know, any kind of connector you want to use. So those are nice, and there's 2 of those. Number 10, we have some more sparklies. So this is a 16-inch strand of 6 by 4mm crystal rondelle beads in teal green champagne. So I definitely see the teal. I don't see as much of the green. I guess I can see a hint of it. But you can see these are definitely extra sparkly. Very nice. 16-inch strand, that's a good amount of beads there. Very sparkly. All right. Now we got 11 here. It's a 5-piece strand of 12mm hand-carved green adventurine leaf beads. So there are those. It says they're hand-carved. So we have 5 of them. All right, number 12 here. We have 8 pieces of 18.5mm by 15.5mm Dara knot drops links. So these, again, they only have the one hole on them, but they're calling them links because they do have holes around the outside, so you can actually connect to them. So they're charms, but they can also be used as links because they do have holes in them. Reminds me of The Never-Ending Story. You guys remember that movie? But they had didn't have a book with that emblem on it, something like that. I could be totally off, but it was something like that. All right, number 13 is a 9-piece strand of 10mm green adventurine round beads. Some very nice beads. So these are 10mm. Again, you can see the difference. 10mm normally looks big to me, but look at them next to those. Those are just humongous. So there is that. Number 14, we have some toggle clasps here. So we have 4 sets. Normally we get 3 sets of toggles, but we actually get 4 sets this time. So we have 4 sets of 16 by 21mm ornate toggle clasps. So you can see the little bar there is a little fancy. A little swirl to it. And then the hole here has a little design in there. So these are really nice. And again, you know, even though they're toggles, so maybe you like to put, you know, lobster claws on yours, and you don't have to use these as toggles. You can, you know, use this as a charm. I don't know what you could use these for otherwise, just because they don't have any holes in them to connect them to something, but you could definitely be creative with them. Wire wrap them into something. I'll probably still just use them as toggle clasps. Number 15, we have a 30 by 20 millimeter green Adventuring Teardrop Focal. So once again, that is drilled up at the top, and this one is a lot more centered, so that is good. And then this one does have a flat back. So you can see that it's puffed out only on one side, whereas the earrings, they were more like a pillow, and this is flat on the back. So I don't have a whole lot of color variation to this. Just pretty much looks green. But I like that all the greens are all kind of the same kind of tone of green. Alright, and then number 16, we have a 7-inch strand of 8mm faceted English cut candy jade beads. So some of mine were actually off of the strand. So this is the English cut. They do have some faceting, so they do have some sparkle to them. They do catch the light very nicely. Alright, we're getting down to the end here. 3 things left. Number 17 is 2 pieces of approximately 24 to 27 millimeter half matte green agate coin beads. So you can see they're flat. And they're drilled down the center like that. Well, I guess anywhere's down the center, it's a circle. You can see how it's like matte around the outside and then shiny on the inside part of that. And these are large too. 24 to 27 millimeter. That's pretty big. You got the big box this time. Alright, and then some more sparklies. Number 18 is a 7-inch strand of 8 by 6 millimeter crystal Rondell beads in metallic green iris. You can see the nice sparkle on that. Very pretty. That's a 7-inch strand, so not as many of those. Alright, and then last is number 19, and some more metal. 2 pieces of 29.5 millimeter Triquetra pendants. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. Triquetra. So yeah, so these have a link, and they actually already have jump rings in them, which is unusual. Normally we don't get that. So that's fun. And these do have holes in them, so you can hang other things from them if you want to. These 3 of the holes there. So there you go. So that was number 19. So I am going to go ahead and load these into my box. So I have a box that I've just numbered with my label maker. This one only has 18 holes in it, so I will have to double up the last one here. But I find it's easier to work out of my box this way, where I can see everything. And then I usually only work out of one box at a time. So when I'm done with the box, then I empty it out, and then I load in the next box that I'm going to work on. So I do have another box hanging around somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is at the moment. That I also already had numbered. I cut out the numbers from the baggies and I taped them on. Hopefully I'm doing this in the right order. Tried to put them in order so I wouldn't get confused which ones go where. I'll just pop those right in. We'll go in there with those. Where 19s get mixed in. So there we go. So there is the whole box. So You can see down in there. Try to get some of that glare off of there from the lights. There you go. So now you can see all the things all together. It's a very nice color palette, but you can see like half the box is just silver. So definitely a lot of metal. And then we got some of these, the beads are just smaller strands, 7-inch and 10 pieces and 5 pieces. So this is going to be interesting to work with. And I'm looking forward to the challenge. This might be what I would consider a challenging box for me, just because there's not a lot of beads. So we're going to see what we can get done with this. I can already tell you, I know for sure that I'm going to do a set with this as the pendant on a necklace and then these on the earrings. So I know I'm going to do that. But otherwise, that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching. And go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.